Hey guys, and welcome back to another Planet Zoo video. My name is Leaf. Thank you guys so much for coming back again today. I know 2 videos in one day. This is honestly... there's a lot to talk about. And we haven't even gotten like any new news, which is a funny thing. So, alright. There is a problem with Planet Zoo. And that problem is you're building without a purpose, and I know a lot of people will fight me on that, but hear me out. I have a lot of things that I'm going to go over today. So, Cam. It's a thing I'm in right now, and, well, alright, guess my zoo's already bad. So, Cam. It's a really cool camera mode. They've had it since, like, Planet Coaster, and it allows you to walk ground level with the rest of the peeps in the game. That's really cool. They let you walk through your zoo, except it doesn't. It lets you fly through your zoo. You see this right now? This is the normal speed. Back then, I was holding shift. You shouldn't have to hold shift if you're walking through your zoo. This, like, it's not comfortable. My poor little pinky is getting tired out because I need to hold it down. So, let's just start at the start of the zoo and we'll go on from there. So, when you're making a zoo, you're building for the purpose of the guest. You could argue you're building for the purpose of the animals. But then again, they're just props. Like, I could put a standalone tiger in there. I could put a tiger statue in there and honestly do the same thing. And we're going to go over that in just a bit. But let's just talk about interactivity with Cam. So, one of the first things on my, I guess, Planet Zoo wish list. This is gonna be a video talking about, like, something that Planet Zoo should have had from the start. It's gonna be called that. If you guys already see this now, I'm just gonna be... yeah, I'm just talking about stuff you guys already know, but whatever. So, Cam. I really like it because you get to zoom in like this, and it gives you a good field of vision, but you don't get to do anything in it. And it's kind of a pain in the ass to access, so... you need to click on Caroline Barbosa, you need to go Cam, that's that, and you need to hit G. That was infuriating. I know, it's just a little bit thing to do, but something that could be in the UI, possibly through a button right there. Well, that's that, so I need to click on Sandy Peterson, Cam. You see, every time you frick something up, you gotta do that again. It'd be so much easier if Cam was a hotkey. That's, like, #1 on the list. I love this functionality. It's really cool. It's really awesome to have, but, like, you need to go through all that effort to do it. Now, #2, you guys might see, like, all these benches over here. And we can pretend we sit on them. But it doesn't do anything. We're still face level with the rest of the peeps. You wouldn't be this tall sitting on a bench, you know? So, #2 would be bringing interactivity over to objects. And not just objects, and we'll get to facilities in a bit, but you should be able to go up here, press spacebar, and sit on the bench, and you, like, can't move from there. And from there, you could just, like, sit, you could relax, you could just keep watch as people go by. Granted, I'm doing this right now, but this is, like, stuff that Zoo Tycoon had back in the day, and we're gonna get to, like, the whole process and, like, innovation and getting rid of features and stuff like that, but yeah, like, we have all these benches, and we can't sit down on them, like this lady's doing, munching on the donut. But yeah, let's just go down the line. And here we have facilities. Now, facilities are cool because, you know, your peeps can buy stuff from them. Yeah. That's pretty much it. They're just economy machines. But what if we had a little bit more, I don't know, interactivity with them? Like, we could go up here. We could get some money. We could have, like, a built-in economy. Alright? And I know I'm, like, going all over the place. I have my notes right next to me, and it's just... I'm freestyling it, guys, but let's just say you come to the zoo, you go to an ATM, and you take out, like, I don't know, probably like a max of $60, And you can go to, like, the vending machines, and you can go to, like, the donut place, and you can buy a donut. Like, look at all this detail, alright? You see all this detail in here, you see all these little bags. You don't see that from up here, alright? All you see is, yeah, that's a food shop. That's like, you don't care what food shop it is. It's a food shop, and it's nothing more than that. There we go. So with this whole improving Tejicam experience, you get to see a lot more of the detail in here. Like, I didn't even know that the floors looked like that. It looks like a missing texture on, like, Gmod or something. But you would get to, like, look at all these awesome animations that we don't really see when playing normally. And by normally, I mean, like, for us, like, builders, like, the niche within a niche, as, like, Drew and the boys tend to call it. Like, it's so crazy how, like, this gets overlooked. And, like, we could come up to the vending machines, and we can buy, like, a coffee. And I don't know, maybe, like, a UI hand would come up here, and we could just sip it or something like that. Basically, a glorified walking simulator is what I'm getting at here. I mean, look at all this. Like, we have all these models. Yeah, they'll go on the guests, but, like, not all of them wear them. And, like, it'd be cool just to, like, you know, stimulate your own economy. But, yeah. So, one of the things that I like to do when going to the zoo is take pictures of the animals. And... oh, good. He's not dead yet. And... one of the things that we're lacking in here is, like, a camera mode. So, I don't know, let's just say you can press C, and a camera would pop up, kind of like Zoo Tycoon 2. The only thing we have in here is the GeForce Experience photo mode, and pardon me, I was working on some, like, stuff over there. But, like, we have all this stuff. We could, like, brightness, contrast, we could do the field of view to, like, zoom in on him. Like, even just basic stuff like that would be amazing from a camera mode from Tejicam. I'm calling this whole, like, idea Tejicam Plus, essentially. But yeah, like, and going off of that, one of the things that I like to see when I go to the zoo is seeing animals, like, interact with me. Just, like, for instance, the other day I went to the zoo, and I went to the gibbon enclosure, and the gibbon at our zoo swung up to me and was just looking at me through the glass, and that's this kind of stuff that I want from this game. Like, I understand that, you know, it might be a little bit difficult to code, but let's just say you're the player right here. Like, you're standing right here. I don't know, maybe, like, the geniuses at Frontier could attach, like, you know, an animal enrichment device, kind of like the blood scent marker, and allows the animal to, like, look at you, and allows it to interact with you. And that's something that S-Dan brought up in Take-Two yesterday night. Like, these animals, you don't grow a connection with them. Like, sure, they look nice. Like, I love the tiger, it's beautiful, but I wouldn't care if this tiger just dropped dead right now. I was kind of hoping he would. But, like, they're nothing. They're props. And you don't get to build, like, a relationship with them. It doesn't even look at you. And that's where, like, this idea could come into play. Like, he could come up to the exhibit wall, and he could, like, paw on the glass. He could, like, growl at you or something if he's not too happy. Kind of like these people. But yeah, like, it's just improving the experience like that. You're not building a relationship with the animals. And I know it sounds kind of stupid because they're all virtual, they're all pixels and shit like that, but it's just stuff like that. But I don't know, they just lack personality. So going off of that, if I could get my notes over here, that was like the keeper. No, that was like the guest side of things. I want to get into like the zookeeper side of things. So if we come over here to like my little zookeeper plaza, is all the like staff buildings that we have in here. So let's just go into the exhibit. There he is. So there's a lot of stuff that we could do in Zoo Tycoon 2, and from what I hear, Zoo Tycoon Xbox, that we can't even do here. For instance, we could hit spacebar and kick the box around. It was just stupid fun like that to, like, move the exhibit and, like, I don't know, have fun. It's just small, tiny experiences that we're lacking in here. Even, like, the fire hose ball, we could kick that. But even going off of that, like, we could, I don't know, hypothetically, we could reset enrichment, so we could go up here, click E, and then it would get rid of that. Like, we won't have to go through, like, the God Hand. We won't have to go through, like, I don't know, going through the UI to turn something off. We could just do it on the ground. And that's something that I would love to see. Now, going off of that, we have food. Now, listen, I understand we have more in-depth systems than click space to replenish the food tray. Instead, here's something that absolutely clicked with me earlier today when I was, like, thinking about all the stuff that we could add. We could go in here, and Savannah brought this up in the podcast yesterday. Minigames. Like, I remember back in Marine Mania, you could train your dolphins to, like, do the shows, and it would correlate with, like, how well they would do in the shows, how well they were trained. If you followed, like, the minigame precisely, you would get better shows, you get better ratings, you get better guests. It just all goes into each other. Now, Frontier modeled this entire thing, and I have not looked at it since base game. And we have, like, the meat tray right there. We have, like, a little sink with the dirty dish. We have all this detail. Listen, guys, we have all this detail. And this is the only way that we see it. We don't go inside. There's no reason for us to go inside. The keepers do it all. And from what I'm proposing, and Frontier, please listen, Shantae, I don't know if you're listening, but if you could relay all these messages onto the rest of the dev team, that would be fantastic. Maybe even give old David Braben a little piece of my mind. Fly me over to England over there, and I can sit down with him and have a little chat. But yeah, like, we could have a little mini game over here about preparing food, and, like, you could go up to the exhibit, and, like, you know how, like, these guys, hopefully you might do it right now. Oh no. So they usually, yeah, they write down in, like, their little iPad, like, the stuff that they want to do in the exhibit. And then they go over here, and it's like, oh, I need to, on my checklist, prepare meat for Tiger. And I would have, like, a little chopping mini game where I chop the meat into little bits, and I put, like, a little bit of vitamins in there, or whatever zookeepers do. Listen, guys, I work for the state. I'm not a zookeeper. I don't really know how it goes. I just like playing the game. But yeah, and then we could come in here and we could hit space to fill the tray up with meat, and we could go over here to the restraint feeder, and I could press space, and it would register all the items in here, and it would fill up all the items. So I don't know, it's just stuff like that. But even, like, going over here, cleaning water filters and resetting electrical equipment. I'm thinking, like, the Among Us game where, like, you just connect broken wires. And I'll throw a picture of that up for anyone who doesn't know what that looks like, but we could have stuff like that. It's just small mini games to help keep you engaged, help keep you working on your own zoo, help make you build a relationship with your own zoo. Because, like, as I see right here, this stuff, like, this is just throwaway stuff. Even some of my other zoos, it's still throwaway stuff. Guys, I've deleted so many of my zoos in the past just because I don't feel anything with them. And I just want to feel that feeling again. But, like, I don't know, let's go in the research center, and we could, I don't know, go on the computer, and we could match up animal facts, and that would boost your research, and might even give it, like, a multiplier boost or something like that. Or even, hey, look at this new feature that they added, like, recently, the education talk. We could stand here, and we could hit space, guests would gather around, and we would have to do a matching game where, oh, the Bengal tiger lives in Australia, India, or Belgium. And you would have to match up the correct fact, and you could only get that fact from, alright guys, this is going to be a little bit crazy here, so just bear with me, the Zoopedia, alright? So, I don't even, world record, oh, that's weird. So, look at this. We have fun facts. I have never read these before. This is the first time I'm seeing the Bengal tiger fun facts. This would be perfect for a mini game for this, because if you go in here and you read about all this stuff and you go in here, it rewards itself. You would have a good game. You would have like a good reward from that, maybe even like a boost to donations or something. It would just pay off in the long run, and like this could all apply to Franchise Zoo too, without like breaking the bank. It could apply without like detrimenting the entire in-game economy or something like that. But I don't know, it's just all these ideas that, you know, could be expanded upon. And going off of that, I'm going back to the argument I had yesterday about like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. They improved upon the formula. They let you ride upon your own rides. RCT 3 to Planet Coaster. They let you have interactive rides with the shoot 'em up ride. Zoo Tycoon 1 to Zoo Tycoon 2 let you become a guest. And we're doing this again. I know. Tajid Camp. That is 8 characters. I wish I didn't have to type. I wish I could only have to type one thing, and I need to press G. They let you become a guest, and they let you become a zookeeper too, or like a maintenance. You could hit space on the trash, yada yada yada. It's just bringing another level to your zoo. Zoo Tycoon Ultimate Animal Edition, or whatever the Xbox one was, it let you drive around in the Jeep. That's something that they had in Jurassic World Evolution, one of like the most bare-bone games ever, and they let you do that in it. In this, you don't have a Jeep. You have you're basically Superman flying around like this. I mean, I could go off this cliff right now and be like I'm flying off. Like, it's just it's not even improving the formula anymore. It's taking away from it. I don't know, you already had a good basis, Frontier, with a zoo game, and you could improve that even more to be like the zoo game of everyone's dreams, but I don't know, it's just stuff like this I wish was in here from the beginning. So, alright, I don't know, that's pretty much it, guys. Just like, bring back the game in Planet Zoo. Like, it was fun for the first 550 hours, but now I'm just getting a little tired of it. Like, well, you guys have so much detail with everything, and you have to force yourself to look at it. I mean, let's go over here, and we see the keeper doing their little dance. There's no way I would look at that if I wasn't purposefully looking at it, you know? I just want to be able to, like, experience the game assets, experience the animations as, like, the game wanted me to. I don't know. Just a glorified wish list for Planet Zoo, I guess. But, like, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I hope you guys see, like, how this game can get better. Because, again, as I said yesterday, I love this game. This is one of the most beautiful games. I mean, you know what? Let's end this shit on a sunset. If I could get the sunset. Sunrise. There we go. This is like one of the most beautiful games ever, guys. And I just want to see the best for it. Like, this is the zoo game of my dreams, but I just really wish Frontier would love it as much as we do. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a bit of a ramble fest. I know I sound like a Debbie Downer, but I just want the best for this game. And I know that a lot of these things I said could play into making this game so much better than it already is. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. I'm certainly not as depressing as this. I'm certainly not as angry as this. But I know you guys will like the content nonetheless, so check it out. Make sure to like this. Make sure to subscribe if you want. And I'll be sure to keep you guys updated with any more updates regarding Planet Zoo, regarding DLC, regarding mods, everything. So, yeah, take it easy, guys. I hope you guys have a great one. And, yes, always hope for a better game. See you guys.